in the room.
Herpes!
Herpes. Seriously?
Space herpes.
Space herpes.
That was the name of a different NAS Craig team I was a part of.
Space herpes.
It was part of the name. It became a really convoluted name.
Okay.
I think we started as Space Herpes, then we got merged with another team after some members dropped out.
People
And
merged
then
with
we
space
were like
herpes?
the return of Space Herpes or something like that.
That's funny.
A very red dwarf of you.
I think our team chant was something like, "I thought blue was her natural color."
That's funny.
It's hilarious to do you think of your team name and then you think of comedic team cheer.
So this is where I burning hands the ceiling of the room and collapse the upper floor down onto me.
Yes, you can totally collapse the upper room down onto you and take with it your teammates and stuff. Yes, sure.
Well, but
No.
there's more enemies up there than teammates currently. There's only half the team up there.
But you don't know that.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, when we last left off, you guys had moved your way briskly through the hanging manse, encountered constructs, golem stuff, avoided rooms that seemed to be obvious trap, and had fought on a very wriggly catwalk against a flying harpy and a catfolk. You knocked the harpy out. She is currently tied up with rope on top of a dresser in the bedroom, and the catfolk drank invisibility potion and slunk away.
Slurpy slurp.
You guys had prepared. Had you prepared? I think you mostly healed up.
Yeah, I think we're mostly healed.
So, you healed up, and you began to ascend the stairs to reveal the... Shall I go through the description again to refresh everyone?
Yes,
Sure.
because you might have people who are just starting to listen.
Yes, that's true.
Birkinen is prepared also, presumably.
So, you ascend into a large room that has walls 15 feet high, tall, narrow arches for windows. The chamber has no roof of its own, and instead the walls are freestanding with a 5-foot gap between their tops and the stone of the district's ceiling. Papers and diagrams cover the walls, and several workbenches and half-finished meals and pieces of machinery line haphazard piles on the floor. Against the northwestern wall stands a huge metal apparatus, upon which hangs the limp and bloodied body of a troll. Visible to you are 2 clockwork constructs holding halberds and leveling them towards you, as well as the sounds of Petey climbing on the top of the lower wall there.
Fuck you, PD.
So Nearmore appears. We've pre-rolled initiatives.
That's right. So
Yeah.
Catgirl could have just climbed up over the wall since it's open-topped. I didn't even think of that.
Yes, it's a possibility. So yes, we start. You hear briefly as you enter up a male voice saying, "Ah, more toys. Let's take you apart and see how you work."
Not creepy at all.
Yeah,
And
I'll need the sex outsiders.
it's true. You guys have seen many vivisected arbiters. Let's see.
Seen and nabbed.
Oh, that's where you gain those bonuses from. All right. PD lobs a little ball of acid from his gob towards Niramore.
Fuck you, PD.
Why is he not on our side anymore?
He was never on our side.
Oh no, but he's
He
responding.
dropped us off a lift.
I voted for the stairs.
I voted for Kodos.
He's pretending fairly well for a while.
That was 14 against a touch of Niramore. Probably is not going to hit. Flat-footed.
You need a 21.
touch flat-footed?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't get less wise just because I'm denied my dexterity, remember?
Yes, yes. The Clockwork Soldiers.
That's what alcohol's for.
Right, making me less wise. Lockhart, are you using these tables as obstacle? No, clearly you aren't.
Well, that one is an obstacle because it's clearly covering 2 squares. This one
Okay.
has a fair amount of hallway on either side of it.
Yeah, I got you.
So there could be a possible amount of cover if you're on the other side of the table and trying to swing at him.
I was just, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay,
First,
fair
there's
enough.
20 foot of ceiling clearance, so you can stand on top of anything.
No, yes. Standing on top is fine. And I guess could technically give you that +1 bonus for being on higher ground
Who?
if you were to stand on top of a table.
Guess.
Table dance!
I don't think anyone ever does that.
It's over, Clockworks. I have the high ground.
And you've got to study your Agrippa.
So yes, this soldier moves forward.
You look comfy,
swings-
little bear.
Look, what?
You look comfy.
Wow.
He's going to swing his halberd towards Nearmore. Ooh, 19 is gonna. Well, no, he said it was a 20, so yes.
21, actually.
Because you guys shine your ring, so the 22 will hit then.
That will hit.
Probably +1 halberds again. Unless he's got better soldiers up here.
17 points of damage.
Ouch.
And the second one.
They're going to hit me pretty
there.
much. Sucks that they went first.
And that will also hit as well on 28.
It's going to suck,
However,
kids.
since it had to move, it only gets a single attack, so that's another 18 points in Nearmore.
Was that not a 5 foot for it?
No.
Oh, you're saying it had to go round the table.
The table would be a hard corner, so
I gotcha.
Treacle's turn.
I firebomb the room.
Firebomb the room. Yeah, Treacle presses the button on her vest.
Unfortunately, you do not have a fireball wand.
I knew there was something missing.
I knew there was something missing.
And hopefully it'll keep missing.
So how do I get from behind Miramore?
Well, passing through his square, as long as you don't end your turn there, is fine.
But because they've got reach, they'll hit you.
Yes, both of them are currently threatening that one square. So you could attempt an acrobatics check to tumble past without provoking.
Can I do that monkey trance thing?
You can. You can do that as well. At this point, it's that could potentially get you a full attack action this turn.
Because that would put me. I could move to within.
Just one thing to keep in mind is how many rounds of that you have left.
Plenty.
She's used like 4 or 5 of them so far.
She's got like 9 or 10 of them, I would think.
I'll have to check it again. Is it so many a day, right?
It's so many a day, because the problem is, when you run out, you are fatigued afterwards.
Yeah.
So if this battle continues on for longer than you can maintain that stance, you're going to start taking penalties.
I wrote it all down yesterday. I've got quite a few before I get fatigued.
You ought to get a potion of lesser restoration on you so that you can chug that if you get to run out of your trances.
Chug, 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 chug.
But just keeping that in mind, but if you want, you can do that. It's still an acrobatics check, but you start your monkey stance.
Yes, I start my monkey stance.
Walk like a monkey.
Okay.
I start swinging from the ceiling. I'll go for the bottom of the 2, I think.
Sorry.
Can I go for
So
the bottom of the 2? Is that better? Or
Well, if you're trying to go for the bottom of the 2, you.
no, I'll go for the top one then.
Okay.
Lockhart, if she puts herself in front of me, can I get up the stairs?
Yeah, you can still move past her.
So I couldn't take a diagonal from where I am.
Is there a railing or?
There might be a small check involved, but you'd probably be able to make any acrobatics needed.
But you wouldn't be able to stop me doing what I'm doing anyway.
No, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just asking for what I'm going to do when you've moved.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm doing yet.
Oh, I'm planning.
But yeah, there might just be a small acrobatics check to either jump the railing or get on top of the table.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just going to vault the railing onto the table. That's probably the way to go.
Okay, so I want to be attacking in a position to hit the top one in front of Neramor.
Okay, so I need you to make me an acrobatics check for your monkey stance, because you're gonna stance and then 5 foot step forward.
So
Acrobatics.
she's actually making 2 5-foot steps.
If she succeeds on her monkey step, yes.
Right, so she's 5-footing into my square and then 5-footing out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That would be acrobatics.
31.
That unfortunately will not succeed because 2 of them are threatening.
Ooh. Does it actually add? Oh, I guess it does. It adds to the CMD.
Yes.
Do they like assist each other or what?
Well, if for each threatening one, it's an additional +2.
So it's whatever they've got +2.
Yes.
Nice. The CMD must be pretty good.
It is.
It's better
Sorry.
it's almost better. It's better than mine.
So you try to monkey step forward,
Jesus.
but it's probably that Neramor's fault that you can't quite do it.
Oh yeah, blame me.
So
Okay.
that's a free action or a swift action. In any event, if you want, you can still attempt as a move action to tumble past Neramor in front of it as well.
It's the same roll again, right?
It would be an additional another roll, yes.
No.
That will
37.
succeed.
Yay!
So with this, you only get a single attack.
Okay. I can dig that.
Kick its ass.
So would that be just the +13 or the +8?
It's a big one.
The big one.
It's your big
Actually,
one, love.
Okay. No, that is not quite enough.
Ah,
Stinky poo head GM.
that's right. He's a stinky poohead GM.
The clockwork creature dodges and weaves back from the slash.
How does a clockwork creature dodge and weave?
In a very mechanical matter.
Stinky
Sure.
poohead GM.
Show me.
So,
Neramor.
I need to get onto that table, Lockhart.
Okay.
Is it difficult?
Well, the jump check, let's see, would probably be not too difficult at all.
So
you can
as
take
Lindsay,
jumps.
as Lindsay failed because of their... Oh no, I don't know. That's not going to work. They still can attack of opportunity at me, can't they?
Yes.
Hmm. So I'm still going to have to beat their CMD with my roll.
Well, the thing is, if you're only moving 5 feet, it would not provoke it.
Oh, I see. So
step.
technically I'm doing the acrobatics check to get me into a position so I can 5-foot step.
You're doing it as part of your movement, because your 5-foot step includes jumping, basically.
I get you, but I'm not actually moving more than 5 feet within their threatened area.
Yes.
Gotcha. I'm rolling it. 22.
That should be enough to let you jump over the railing onto the table.
So I guess I've got a standard action left.
Between the 2 of them.
Well, full round, actually, I believe. That was just a 5-foot step.
Awesome. I activate my haste boots.
Okay.
I beat the shit out of this one to the south of me a lot. I exploit
Alright.
him. 18.
Yes.
I flurry him. 24. 26.
Yes, that'll hit.
36.
Yes, that will hit.
25.
Yes.
30.
Yes.
And a potential crit threat on 19.
The crit does not confirm, but I imagine you do quite a lot of damage to this.
That's 5 hits.
Hits.
19, 20, 23, 26, 29. That was nicely going up. So 39, 40, 59,
117.
2. Yeah, shitload of damage.
Yes.
Boom. Oh. Oh. I was going for the other one. I guess that one's fair game. That's fine. We'll go with
Oh,
that one.
sorry.
It's okay.
We're going for the other one?
Yeah, that one's
That's
fine.
I could just do that.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't want to,
I thought you would have taken one threatening the stairs.
Oh yeah, good call. I will take the one threatening the stairs. You're right. Because otherwise that can take a whack at anyone coming up the stairs.
And you're causing major jam issues for people
Yes.
walking up.
Right.
I suppose
prefer
technically it's
marmalade
still
issues.
threatening the stairs,
Yeah.
but at least this way people can walk up them.
Boom.
All right, so Misaki and Niramar are able to hear some vague sounds of magic words being spoken, and it might be a trick of the eye, but you think the clockwork construct might be moving faster.
He just hissed it.
Probably.
Damn him.
Brunsk will probably just soak the attack, I imagine.
Suck it. Ugh.
It sounds a Brunsk thing to do.
Right.
His acrobatics isn't that
Soaky.
great when it actually comes to avoiding opponents. So,
Sometimes.
5, 10, 15, provoke, 20, 25, 30. Brunsk gets there. Provoking along the way.
Oof. Ouch.
32 for 13 points of damage. And he will slam at it with his shield. Power attack.
Bruns.
And misses.
Ah! Didn't we...
Gary the elf.
Oh, Gary, get up here.
Can I do a spell before I move?
You can. That being said, be careful because you're on the bottom floor now and don't really have line of sight or effect to most people.
Right, but if I read a scroll of invisibility purge that puts a 25-foot sphere from me.
Again, you can't see into the room and stuff, and line of
Right.
effect and all that.
But then somebody, if I move up, they could possibly disrupt me from casting. this.
Invis Purge is on him, and the aura is around him.
Right.
Yes,
25
but
foot.
still goes through effect and stuff, but yes.
I think he's planning on moving up the stairs.
Yeah, after I cast it rather than before yeah.
Okay.
So I'll read the scroll.
Okay.
Mama. And then does turning the corner count any for movement?
No.
It's just a
Okay.
square.
That's the second time. Only when you're charging and you need special feats to run around corners.
Yes.
So I move past Masaki, I guess, over to. Oh, wait, can I move down to there?
Yes.
Or will I be threatened there?
You will be
Probably.
threatened.
You're threatened pretty much everywhere in this room,
Yeah.
except for the two right-hand columns.
Yeah, I guess if I stood above Brunsk, I would be threatened, but.
Yes. But I suspect this thing's going to take a 5-foot step backwards, would be my guess next turn.
Alright.
Alright, so you move there.
Do any invisible things become visible?
Maybe.
Hovering up near the ceiling, probably,
Which,
or something.
Oh,
Oh, he did climb in.
You see a catfolk in the room. What is the range on invisibility purge?
25 feet.
whole room.
Let's see. No, I don't think that'll do it.
Oh, unless he's flying in the ceiling, in which case we might not be able to get that.
Well, the 25 foot, isn't it 25-foot radius centered on me?
Yeah, it's 25 foot high as well. Yes.
Yes.
15-foot high wall with another
So
5
I
feet
mean,
to the.
so if the possibility
Oh, the
of being
curve
20
of the
feet
sphere.
high if he was directly above you,
Yeah,
but if he's some distance away, you're actually not reaching that high.
right.
Only maybe a 5 foot radius circle around you is like 20 feet up or so.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's not within that circle and he's 20 feet up, he's not going to be revealed.
So he's in a corner somewhere.
I've shown one of our threats at least.
It's a good start, bitch.
So,
Crap. She doesn't have a bow.
no, she has her short sword. Now,
I'm a big fan of close combat. Bring it on.
Now, does
Wow.
she know she's visible?
Yes, baby.
yes.
Can you bring me my keyboard from the drawer in my desk?
Yes, baby.
Thank you.
Now, if she moves over there... Oh, Hal moved away, because I kind of want his opinion on this.
Oh, sorry. Super fast.
I'm quite imagining that she's flanking with the creature with the big pole arm that has reach.
Ah. It's not directly opposite me, but it does threaten the square directly opposite her.
Is that the pretend little skull thing in the corner?
Hmm?
Looks like a skull to me.
It's the contraption with a troll on it.
It might need some batteries
That's
if you
fine.
want to grab
Wow.
it from over. Okay.
I will let Emma.
Alright, thank you.
So she can sneak attack and eviscerate me.
You'll have to go to the keyboard
Yes.
and find it.
Thank you.
I'm thinking that has to be flanking.
Which keyboard?
Reach weapons messing things up.
Ah.
So, that will be.
I invoke player's advantage.
Oh dear.
That will be an attack on Gary. A 30 will hit you, I imagine.
Yeah, at the moment.
Well, only just.
6 plus that plus.
Why wasn't I threatening that square?
Which square?
The square she walked into. Because I don't have anything out,
Because you're only 5 foot stepped.
I know.
No, she did. She moved into it, but moving in doesn't provoke. It's
Yeah.
leaving a threat square.
Or moving within a threatened area.
That'll be a total of 23 points of damage, and the wound is bleeding.
Minus my damage reduction of 0.
She got a sneak attack there.
She did. With a reach, the clockwork has to be providing flanking, I imagine.
What?
The
Well,
clockwork is threatening Gary Square.
But it's not directly. It's not directly through his square.
But he's threatening the
It's
square directly
weird
opposite, which is you.
reached things. It's from that side still.
Hmm.
Reach
Even
makes
though
things
Nearmore's
tricky.
in that square also, it's the opposite square that it's allied and threatening.
Reach makes things weird, but I ruled it's for flanking.
Because he wants to kill me.
Otherwise, I could just have her delay and have him 5 foot step forward. But in any event, we got Petey here. Who does Petey want to shoot at? Nearmore and Gary are in front of him,
It
so
is
one
acid.
for Nearmore. He wants to go for a Gary.
Sorry, Gary.
Let's see. It's +8 touch. Does a 15 touch hit Gary?
I do not believe so. Let me just double check. Touch. No.
No, I didn't think so. No. All right. So the soldier. Then.
You can hit Gary.
Actually, yes. She will speak to the soldier as a free action to assist in flanking with her.
Shit.
Oh,
Gary. You take it a plus. Can he attack through my square? I know he threatens Gary's square, but can he actually make an attack through me to hit him?
Yes. Gary would get the benefit of cover.
Ah, okay, I'm cover.
But he can certainly do so and is threatening that square. Soldier. So that was a 5-foot step. Gary's the only target. This is not going to be good.
No, it's not.
So flanking, make this a total of a plus 21 the first attack.
Ouch.
Yep.
It's only a hit. It's not damage. You'll be fine.
Plus 16.
Hey, Treacle. I see you
So
testing.
will a 30 hit you with a plus 4 AC bonus from cover?
That will just equal me with a +4.
Okay.
So yes.
So that will be 2 hits. For 33 points of damage.
Ouch.
And Treacle's turn.
I am kind of standing.
He is kind of standing.
Well, I'm in a good position to smack it.
Yeah, full attack on that thing.
Okay. Do that then.
And then hopefully Brunsk will move down and you can flank the crap out of it until it's dead.
So, full attack number 1 with both combat expertise and power attack.
Okay. No, a 13 misses it.
Oh, dang it. Oh, didn't take that one. That hit misses it too.
No, a 16 will miss it as well.
No.
Did it even try the bite?
You may as well.
Might as well. Can always roll a natural 20.
But I didn't. Wow.
This creature is difficult to hit indeed.
It is a difficult beast.
Niramor.
Well, Niramo 5 footsteps to here, hopping off the table.
Okay.
He exploits the cat lady for 24.
That will do it.
He will power attack and flurry, and my first attack will be a stun.
Okay.
27.
That will hit.
Hooray! Gonna make a stun check? I don't think it makes a difference, does it, for my follow-up attacks? I think she's still as easy to hit.
So fort save, a 21 will succeed, I believe.
It will. She needs a 19. 28 hits.
Yes.
32 hits. 26.
Yes.
25.
Yes.
23. 55.
85.
85.
109.
Is this all non-lethal or lethal?
Yeah, yes, it's non-lethal, but I'll probably kill her from overrun.
139.
139, non-lethal. Do I atomize her?
Let me just do this here.
If not, she'll be unconscious for a fortnight.
23.
Was she still wounded from before?
Somewhat, yes. 23. I do think you actually do kill her, yes.
Oh well, such a shame. This is life. Tried my best not to.
She should have worked for a bastard.
That'll teach you to point-blank shoot Brunsk with an arrow while he's enthralled. He was clearly very evil.
Much less what she did to poor Gary.
Oh yeah, poor Gary's getting his spleen pulled out. He's still bleeding.
Actually, no. She is bleeding to death.
Bleeding
But,
to death? Oh,
yes.
She needs to stabilize, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Is she sorry? That's all I want to know, Lockhart. Is she
Hard
sorry?
to say, she just is unconscious and bleeding to death now.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to heal myself rather than stabilize her next round.
Mwahaha. Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect you to. I'd expect you to step onto her square and heal yourself, Gary, is what I'd
Oh, yeah.
expect. That's why I knocked her out.
I said that's what I was going to have to do rather than
Yes.
stabilize her.
All right. There is the sound of magic being spoken.
Screw you, magic.
And
Let me guess.
black tentacles rise from the ground all over the entire workshop.
Oh,
What do you do
Everett.
with Ivard's black tentacles?
It's just black tentacles now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bob's black tentacles.
So the entire room and stairs are black tentacles, and everyone can make me. Oh, do you make me save?
I hope so. I don't know whether we do or not.
Every creature within the area is the target of a combat maneuver check made to grapple each round at the beginning of your turn.
Oh, no, they've changed it. We grapple
Including the
everybody.
round that black tentacles is cast. So
everybody, you get to grapple everybody, basically.
yes. So it is +5 plus caster level,
Oh, nice.
I believe. Yet somehow they gave a DC for it.
What? What a save DC.
They did.
Is that the
Editors.
is that the CMD? Is that the CMB?
Nope, it's not. Does anyone have a CMD equal to or lower than 19?
No.
CMD?
Defense. Yeah. D for
No.
dog.
So yours is higher than that?
Yes.
Really?
Mine's 23.
Yeah, I get my charisma on it.
Oh yes, I allowed that, didn't I?
You made him a monk, Lockout. You do realize that, right?
No.
My CMB sucks.
So she is grappled, and you can hear crunching sounds.
Well, who's grappled?
The catfolk.
Oh, yeah, she's getting herself killed by the tentacles right now. And how's the clockwork guy?
He is rather unaffected by them.
I guess he's pretty strong, would be my guess.
Yes.
Hmm.
And the entire area is considered difficult terrain.
So this will make my 5-foot step out to be able to heal myself more
A full move action.
Yes.
Can't
So-
5-foot step anymore.
Brunsk will do a full attack action on the clockwork soldier. Power attack and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he should have 5-foot step, but it's not worth it because it's not gonna.
Oh, he can still 5-foot step afterwards. No, I guess
He
he can't. now.
can't.
It's
He
difficult
can't now
terrain.
5-foot step. He can do his full attack and then move action, can't he?
No, because that would be no longer a full attack.
Oh yeah, you're right. That sucks.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, none of those quite hit its AC.
Brunskster.
Gary the Elf.
Go on, Gary the Elf.
Crap. I guess I will move away. Oh, wait. Am I going to provoke moving out of his?
Yes.
Yes, you are now. Unless you full withdraw.
Can I still cast my full withdraw?
No. It's
No,
full
it's
withdraw is a full round
It's
action.
a full round.
I can use a wand without provoking, though, right?
That is correct.
All right. I will
Super heal yourself.
wand cure critical wound myself.
What?
Do we figure out when bleed damage happens?
I guess it happens. I
Is
don't
it
know
on
when.
my turn or her turn since
It's
she
on your
caused it?
turn, because it's a status effect you have.
Uh,
I don't know when that stuff happens. Bleed. Look at
Because this could be rather important, because guess how much
Condition.
damage it is.
bleed. As much as he's got left. The
probably.
creature that is
Over.
taking bleed damage takes the listed amount of damage at the beginning of its turn.
So Gary takes 4 points of damage, and will
It
fall
falls over.
dying to the ground.
Gary.
So Gary can in fact make a stabilization roll this round.
What is a stabilization roll these days?
It is a con check with a penalty equal to your negative hit points.
Which of us has a potion or something?
I do.
I think you guys briefly talked about divining those potions and then didn't do it.
Yeah, we're good for that. We have a ton of stuff in the actual inventory.
So that'll put me even. So you get +1 con, -1 hit points.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Gary
6.
is still bleeding to death. That being said, I don't think you would take additional damage this round, because I'll be nice, but you're not stabilized.
What additional damage would he take?
A hit point each round.
Oh,
As you
for
bleed.
tagging down.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he takes it from the round he collapses.
Yes.
I'll shut up.
Well, you wouldn't. You're knocked unconscious. You take damage every round you are unconscious.
So,
But you're still bleeding.
And there is a last gasp from the catfolk.
Oops. Time out. End of round 5.
And it is Petey's turn.
Fuck you, Petey.
Petey is probably just going to go for Nearmore.
Oh, Petey. I love you too.
Another gob of acid.
Is this an acid arrow?
It's not hitting you, so you don't really know.
Am I guessing it's an acid arrow? Does it look like what Masaki shoots?
Not really, no. It's just this one little glob of acid that is hissing as it hits the floor and misses you.
Some
Nice.
sort of construct attack trait.
Clockwork Soldier.
It's going for me, isn't it? Oh, Gary.
Oh, it's a clockwork familiar, isn't it? I looked up those before. I thought I was getting one once.
Oh, you can stick a wand in its ass, can't you?
No.
I thought it could carry a wand. Is it something can?
You can't see it.
Okay. Fair enough.
So let's see. Clockwork Soldier. Yeah, I'll probably just go for Nearmore, the one he can hit without moving right now.
Figured it might.
So... Oh, I actually forgot the haste attack last turn, Gary, didn't I?
Yes, apparently you did. Maybe he forgot to.
Maybe. He was distracted with moving. So that'll be a 32.
It's gonna suck, kids.
24 will miss.
It will miss. God for that.
-5, so it's 14. 21 will miss, so only one hit on Nearmore
Lucky. Especially with our healer unconscious.
for 17 points of damage. Treacle.
Hmm.
You can't really move because of the tentacles.
Oh, she can disappear.
That didn't mean she had to disappear.
You fell offline, Boo!
Where's that repeater?
You want love? I don't know, you just vanished.
The odd thing is she actually can move
I'll be
with
back.
full
Perfect
impunity
timing.
right now.
Oh, because we're a monkey trance.
Well, no, not because of Monkey Trance, but because she's within the unthreatened area of its reach weapon.
Oh, yeah. The tentacles, though, would...
The tentacles make it difficult, but she can just spend a move action to move 5 feet,
Oh, yeah.
and then she would be beside you.
Well, she kind of is by a corner. Yeah.
It's true. I guess, yeah, she is right there, too. So she could totes pull a potion and try feeding to you.
I'll start coming up with what my next character will be then.
I'm not sure you'll... Well, you guys have the Raise Dead kit, so... I see a Lindsay.
Hello.
I hear a howl, though. Hello. So, we were saying that Treacle, since you're within the range of its weapon, you're actually not being threatened by it.
That's good. So she can
So,
move,
she can. She doesn't necessarily have to.
and she'll give up a full attack if she moves.
She will.
But if you move onto the table, you'll get your sneak attack on the thing, which will increase your damage significantly.
There's also the fact that Gary is dying on the ground with the
Yeah, there's
tentacles
Gary
about
too.
to reach up and snap his neck.
What, are you saying I'm not resisting the tentacles heavily as I'm lying there bleeding?
I'm pretty sure they automatically will hit a helpless CMD.
Ah, But you don't know exactly how clumsy I am. I'm flopping like crazy in my death spasm there.
Yes, you have the death spasm, special ability.
Well, and I'm just too undexterous to even stay flat on the floor.
Yes, that just happened to be a bit of mean circumstances where you happen to step.
Did we fall off again?
You did fall off briefly, yes.
Now you're briefly back again.
I've lowered her bandwidth usage, so hopefully that'll hold her online longer.
Move your router towards Lindsay.
I'll shuffle it across the floor.
So yes, so we were saying you currently are not being threatened. You could move forward and flank it and attack it. However, there is also a Gary on the ground with tentacles rising up to try and snap his neck, and he is just lying there unconscious.
That's what I was trying to fix. I would rather go.
Not just. I'm lying there bleeding and unconscious.
Oh yes, he's lying there bleeding and unconscious.
So, what can I do to best help him?
I
Can I use
think a potion's the best solution.
Some amount of hit point healing.
A potion is most reliable. Sorry, I just sat back down. I didn't know where you were. I'm quiet.
Oh yes, a potion.
Well, can I use my sword to chop down the tentacles?
They are everywhere, over the entire floor, and they appear to be magical.
Okay. Well, I have, according to my thing, 2 cure lights and a cure moderate.
I think we also might be kind enough, because there was talk of Misaki receiving one after another one was used. Was there a cure serious or something in the party?
I believe we did have one of those, yes.
Yeah.
I believe there was talk of giving one of those each to each main player, so if you want to divvy those out now, you would now have one.
Yeah, that's clever. We do that.
Okay, so
Last night we divvied them out.
I will
Flashback.
grab my cure serious potion and fling it down Gary's neck.
Okay, so is that the 3d8 one?
Yes.
Okay, so roll 3d8 plus 5.
4 billion.
Big numbers, dude.
So Gary is healed 19 points of damage,
Yay.
which is enough to get him blinking back into consciousness.
I feel better.
I did something useful.
So that's Treacle's turn. Nearmore.
Oof.
Well, I did something useful.
Punch it into oblivion.
I'd like to, but to move towards it is going to cost me a move action.
And provoke, unless you can make an acrobatic check.
Which is I probably can't. Are the tentacles on the table?
Yeah, so they're pretty much everywhere. It's a huge radius spell.
I know, but I mean...
Even if they weren't on the table, they would be reaching up around it.
Lost Lindsay again.
Linz, you fell off again. I don't know why it's always you.
Because she's the only one on Wi-Fi.
I know, I think it's the wireless connection. It's probably messing up like the TV.
Technically, I'm on Wi-Fi.
Well, in his house. His Wi-Fi.
Yes.
I'm on Wi-Fi too. On my extender.
I have an extender coming for that end of the house, which is probably part of it. But Lindsay is the only thing on Wi-Fi right now. So, other than phones and what have you. So, what were we saying? Yes.
Yes, the black tentacles are effectively everywhere.
Okay.
The only place where they're not would basically be down here at the bottom of the stairs.
20-foot radius spread. Yeah.
It would be lovely if you didn't
If-
just holler that I was doing something again.
It's not your fault. I just wanted to let you know you
I
dropped
can
off.
see that I've fallen off. I can fix that it's happened, and I can come back in without you hollering to everybody that it's my fault again.
I didn't say it was your fault.
Well, yes, but you're hollering, you've fallen off again. I'm not touching anything, so it's not.
I know it's not your fault.
So just if I can see, I can fix it. I can do it without any drama. So.
All right, I'm sorry. No drama.
Phew.
No, look, Hal sneezed. Everything. It's all Hal's fault. Look. Sorry, did I make everybody look at you? Sorry.
Thanks, baby.
I made you forget what you were saying.
Yes, I move back onto the table, Lockhart.
Okay, so you're provoking.
Yes.
33 will hit you, I imagine,
It will.
for 18 points of damage. And yep.
Ouch. That hurts a
So
lot.
your standard action then?
I exploit it. Nope.
You do not.
I power attack it anyway. It's still +2 for flanking and +1 for my haste boots.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Yes, you will hit it.
24 damage.
All right. It is actually slightly hard hitting this. What's up with that?
It's hard to hit. What do you mean?
You're actually not bypassing damage reduction this time.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I'm not bypassing damage reduction. Tink! The hell?
All right.
I'm still the only thing that can attack. Crap.
That is true, Gary, actually, yes. Actually need to move closer to it. Lockhart's thinking. That's always bad.
Which is best option? That would be mean, though. I don't want to be mean. Oh, I suppose let's start with the black tentacle, shall we?
Oh, yeah, let's do those.
So this was a 14. A 27.
Ouch.
So I take that as Gary is now grappled.
Yeah, if it's my CMD, he's well grappled.
I think you have Treacle probably as well.
Okay.
Sorry, love.
So the tentacles have grappled Gary and deal Gary 6 points of damage.
Stop that.
They have grappled Brunsk
Oh,
and deal
Jesus.
Brunsk 2 points of damage. I'm getting a bit of echo.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little echo.
Not quite sure where. And then Lindsay
Yes.
does a 27 beat Treacle's CMD.
Yes.
Treacle is also grappled by the tentacles. I'm imagining Nearmore is not grappled.
You need a 29.
Okay, so Treacle can take 6 points of damage as the tentacle wraps around and squeezes.
Oh, that's a lie. You need a 31 because it's grappling and I'm better at that.
How many damage, sorry?
6 points. And you have the grappled condition. And
Why didn't you kill this thing, Hal?
Oh, which thing?
to be perfectly honest, I think right now he might just sit back and watch.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's mostly the tentacles that are causing us the problem. And I can't even see the source of those.
How do I have to do anything to show that I'm grappled?
And you don't have to. It's just on your turn. It will have some penalties and stuff.
Is there a little doodad on the screen that I can use?
You could, I'm sure, find something.
There's
So
a net.
next turn-
There's a net. I guess that's more entangled.
Yes.
Oh, I like all of these little doohickers. Which one's going to be grappled?
The wrench, the boot.
So
There's like a grabby fist down here. It's like doing this.
considering that it only did like 2 points of damage to Bruins, I think he's going to concentrate on still beating the construct in front of him. He will not power attack this time. Oh, drat, I don't have that macro, do I?
What?
A not power attack macro.
Not power attack macro.
So these will all be at a +2 bonus, as he's going to do a full attack, not power attacking. Mind you, I guess he's grappled, so that's probably swapped out, isn't it? Because grapple gives you a -2 to your attacks. If they're not to the target, I think. Yes, attack rolls. So this will be just the same. Ooh! That's a crit threat. That's a hit there.
Come on, Brunsk. He's +2 for flanking, remember. Can he flank and grapple?
He is flanked by you. You're actually not flanked by Brunsk because you don't threateningly grapple, but yes, he has actually +2 to these, but that still doesn't necessarily make a difference so far, but so this will be not confirmed. Still, 2 regular shield damages.
Chip away at its DR.
So, which one is my shield damage? Damage. Huh. Is it this? Okay.
She's getting faster.
Deals damage to it.
Chunk.
Gary the Elf.
Let's see, so I'm grappled, so I can't move. Can I cast spells? Can I what?
You could heal yourself with your wand. You had it in your hand.
It's true,
Okay.
you have it in your hand.
That sounds like my most prevalent form of action.
Yeah.
That way, if it chooses
cannot-
to hit you, you might survive.
You cannot move without first breaking the grapple.
And seeing as it, yeah. Well, that might make me survive a hit.
That's
If
good.
it does
Gary.
just one.
Bad. Okay.
I have to say, our combat momentum seems to have ground a little bit to a halt at this point.
Gary, you pretty much can't spend move action, can you?
Guess not.
Okay.
Well, if he moves, he'll get hit, right?
He can't move. He's
Oh,
can't break
because
the
he's
grapple.
grappled. Yeah.
So Petey has much easier targets with the grappled Gary in front of him.
Yeah, but he's into the challenge, so
Yeah. Ha.
he'll spit on the construct.
Stupid PD.
Hey, that'll hit.
You've been itching to hit someone with something, haven't you?
Petey's just chucking these little balls of acid. That's 5 acid damage from Petey.
Ah, but elves are immune to acid. How do you think my hands burned?
Nice try. Clockwork Soldier.
Oh dear. It doesn't have a lot of options.
Its option is kill Gary.
I think it will provoke from Nearmore, as it is going to step backwards.
To attack the one free member of the party?
How smart is this thing?
It's smart enough again to know what has been attacking it and how far it needs to be to actually hit things. So it provokes an attack from Nearmore.
Hooray!
Bludgeon
Provokes
it
an
to
attack
death.
from Nerimo. I'm not going to kill it though. 27.
That'll hit.
25 damage.
Do they get the DR on bludgeoning?
I don't think you've actually knowledgeable of these things.
Hmm. We'll have to do that while I'm grappled.
So, soldier. 10, 20, 30, 40. And is going to give a slice at Nearmore.
It's going to hurt. I'm almost dead.
28. Hits you, I imagine?
Yes, it'll do it.
$23 points.
I'm now at -7. I collapse to the floor.
Nearmore is now the one bleeding on the ground.
And soon to being grappled.
Treacle,
I
you
leave.
are currently grappled by a tentacle. It is not allowing you to move. Sorry?
Part of my body is grappled.
All parts.
Well, probably up to your waist or something.
You're tentacled like a Japanese schoolgirl.
Right.
How do I ungrapple?
You can make a CMB check.
How do I do that?
You would roll a CMB. Do you have ranks in Escape Artist?
Nope.
Okay, then CMB is probably your best option.
My
It
CM.
does take a standard action to escape from the grapple.
Okay. My CMB is 8. What do I roll?
1d20 plus 8.
Okay, that's something severe, probably.
Yeah, you need a big number.
That's all she rolls.
Natural
That will
20.
do it.
Good enough.
You
Good
have
work.
escaped from the grapple. You have a move action left.
I'm going to tumble over onto this table, I think. If I can.
Yes, it will. Yep, you can do that.
Acrobatics, I guess.
You could pretty much with your move action move there. You have enough movement.
Okay.
And your acrobatics is reasonably high enough that you don't have to roll.
Yay.
Like when you have almost plus 20 mods, I'm not going to make you roll to jump onto a table.
You just moved into its attack range, by the way, just so
No,
you're aware.
I'm trying to save your life.
I know, thank you, I appreciate that.
I can stop.
No, I appreciate your attempt to save my life.
Do I have anything left I can do?
No, unfortunately, that is it.
Okay.
Nearmore, make me a stabilization check. Con check with a penalty equal to your negative hit points.
Lockhart, I'm considering that my boots of haste have now stopped working.
All right, sure.
Because I'm unconscious. And if I was making magical
Well-
items...
Well, you weren't making a mental decision. You made a mental decision to turn them on.
Yes. Do you think they're still running?
Will Gary's invisibility purge end when he's unconscious?
Let's
Or will it end when he turns it off?
Okay.
Or it runs out of rounds.
I guess it's your call on how magic items work.
You make the action to turn it on. It's the same way your flaming sword doesn't turn off as soon as you get knocked unconscious.
That's true. It's not concentration to keep it going. It's activate, deactivate.
So I would believe, yes, you are still counting rounds on it.
Alright. 1.
You take a point of damage.
Hooray.
And it is the tentacle's turn. So, what was this, a 14? So, yes, everyone's going to be grappled again by the tentacles.
Hooray.
Yay!
What about the thing? Is the machine grappled yet?
It is doing things. It's honestly not doing a whole much, all considered, being a troll and regenerating and stuff.
Not the troll, I meant the clockwork.
Oh, no, the clockwork does not appear to be grappled.
Jeez, its CMD must be nice and high.
So everyone can take. I'll just roll once to make it. Well, I'll roll for everyone. So Brunsk takes. Ooh. Brunsk takes 6. Misaki takes 8. Nieramore takes 7.
Going for the TPK.
What's
Gary
my
takes 9.
what's my negative in this?
Equal to your con score. Are you
I'm
dead
dead.
yet?
I'm dead.
Nieramore
just
has
died.
expired.
No!
Trying.
You
Well,
will be avenged if we
you
live.
probably can't tell because I'm being crushed by a bunch of black tentacles. Oh, and so are you.
Yes.
And you're also on the floor like I am.
No one's quite on the floor like you are. They're just being grappled.
So what, Gary didn't fall down when he went
Oh, I
unconscious?
suppose Gary's still prone, isn't he? Yes.
So Gary and I are prone.
So I'm harder to hit, yeah.
Yes, but the tentacles are now basically crushing your face.
There is the sound of laughter from above. Brunsk will look towards Gary and say, "Master, what Brunsk do?"
Save the little one.
The little one? What's the little one?
Hey.
You're the only one that's not grappled at the moment.
Thought she was grappled again.
Oh no, she will be.
She will be grappled again. Yes.
We're all
grappled
grappled.
It rolled. He rolled a 30.
Everybody's grappled. It's a big grapple party. And we're invited. Stupid black tentacles. How many rounds has this been?
It has been 3 rounds that have counted.
Yeah, right. And
Possibly 4.
2 active opponents and an invisible spellcaster to.
Brunsk is looking for guidance. Otherwise, he'll just attempt to break the grapple.
Yeah, I have nothing better to say, I guess. Follow your best judgment.
All right. Brunsk will attempt to break the grapple. And I believe he will fail in doing so. Gary!
Can I cast a spell while grappled?
If it does not have somatic components...
You can't get anything out of your
check.
pocket. It's verbal only, and maybe your wiggly fingers.
So then probably not.
Nothing says he can't get something out of his pocket. You can still draw things.
I meant material components.
I don't use those.
No, it's the somatic components, I think.
Ah.
No, I guess... I can't remember if that's old grapple rules or if that's still there, those material components.
Okay.
Never mind. I think everything's pretty much got somatic anyways.
The only spells you can cast when grappled or pinned are those without somatic components, and those whose material components you have already in hand.
So
And
basically-
even then, you must make a concentration check at DC 10 plus the grappler's CMB plus the level of the spell you're casting, or lose the spell.
Yikes.
Yeah, so basically, no. Grapple is the killer of casters.
Right. So my best defense is to hit myself with the Cure Wand again,
Yes.
because I can't effectively do anything else.
No.
I'm going to go move my laptop.
Where you going, Boo?
I'm going to go into my workroom.
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, if I don't, I'm going to throw the whole thing through a wall and not play anymore. So it's that or a tantrum. So
Don't have a tantrum. Do you need a hand?
no, I'll be alright. Just give me a
Okay,
minute.
sweetie. Alright.
Carry on, I'll be alright.
Yeah, we're all just slowly being crushed to death.
Well, except for those of us that are already crushed to death.
Oh, yeah, except for me. I'm already crushed to death. That's good. Yeah, you X'd me out. That's not very nice.
You're dead.
I'm going to put that on me instead.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a more elegant to have a skull and crossbones.
So Gary has healed hit points.
Yes, so I'll last another round of being chopped.
Petey has 3 nice targets.
Gary, you have 57 hit points. That's pretty good.
Yeah, now that's like 2 halberd hits.
Yeah.
Now looking at my ears.
No looking
Looking
at
at
what?
your ears.
Looking good there, cutie.
Cute ears.
Oh, I'm still here. Kind of.
Manner
I'm
of
tweeting. I've got a tweet. Hang on.
Somebody's getting 8 points of acid.
Petey has shot a glob of acid at Treacle, and she takes 8 points of acid.
I refuse.
She parries it back at Petey.
Refuse.
I can't. My character sheet's in a different room, therefore I can't take it, right?
8 points of damage. The soldier has 2 standing targets and 1 fallen one. So let us do his 2 high bonuses on Brunsk and Misaki, and his low bonus on Gary.
He gets 3 attacks.
He's hasted. So on Brunsk, he hits. On Misaki, mind you, she's grappled. We'll check that. And on Gary, an 18, considering you are grappled and prone, which gives you an additional -4 dex, so -2 to your AC there, and prone is another -4. Does 18 hit you or not?
No.
Okay. So against Brunsk, Brunsk takes 20 points, and he's getting pretty beaten up now. Lindsay?
I'm here. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Saki is taking 21 points of damage from a halberd.
Oh. Knocked her offline. I'm guessing that just our Wi-Fi's flicking. Our TV was stopping and starting before. So I'm guessing Comcast knackered again.
Well, but your connection's good, so I'm guessing it's just your Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, maybe. Well, why would that wouldn't affect the television, though? Unrelated?
Is it on hardwire?
What? Yeah, it's a cable.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved for no reason.
What?
Sorry, babe.
Awesome. So does 21 hit me though? Because
That's 21 points of damage. He hit you with a 24.
oh, okay.
And you're currently taking some penalties from being grappled.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on then. Let me-
I just want to cast a spell with a somatic component.
I just
Well,
want
you
to stay online
can't.
for longer than 5 minutes. That would be amazing.
Sorry, Bo.
Oh dear. I don't know. I really can't justify him casting a spell because he probably thinks this is all hilarious. Another grapple from the tentacles. Yes.
For me.
For everyone.
Yeah, wouldn't have got me if I was alive.
Is this unfair that I'm doing one blanket check? Do you think?
No, I think it's just expedient.
Okay.
It's one critter, I guess.
Well, kinda.
Yeah. I guess in theory, on the round it fails, everyone gets free together too. So.
Yeah.
Hey, Lockhart, you're being kind, not casting a bunch of magic in here.
Well, a
He doesn't
wizard's
need
got to
to.
save his spells, and again, he really
sure.
doesn't need to.
Well, it's true. Ivad's black tentacles are kicking the shit out of us.
Brunsk takes 4.
I almost took that spell again once.
Hey, Gary, I think we're going to TPK
Gary
here.
takes 5.
I think we are.
Misaki takes 8.
I can knock that off her for her while she's away.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'm minusing 8 from you, Misaki.
Okay.
Shit. This, honestly, because of Gary has like, what chance to get free of this?
Basically 0.
Fuck all.
Well, we don't know what its CMD is, but it's pretty decent.
It would be, well, it would be its bonus plus 10, so it would be around a 24.
My CMD's at 23.
I'd need to roll a 7 to do it. What's your CMB, Gary?
7.
Yeah, that's the problem. You need to roll like a 20 to do it.
So, Brunsk's turn. Brunsk is going to try to escape from the grappling.
The other problem we've got is that we can't harm this thing, even though...
So Brunsk has escaped from the grapple.
Hey! Brunsk isn't grappled. Let's take the condition off him.
So he has a move action. Where do we want him to move towards? Just in front of the clockwork?
Save himself.
Yeah, run away, Brunsk! Oh, that says the ghost of Niramore.
Yeah, that's even the wise move. If he
I
could
think
scratch
he probably has to go forward to try and at least protect his master.
Hey, Gary!
Yeah.
Just gonna say, I think Brunsk would be highly effective if he tried a different approach.
Hmm? What
Do
do
you
you
mean
want
like
Brunsk to do?
attack the caster he can't see?
No, he can attack this thing, but he's still using his shield and axe.
Yes.
You mean
Just-
use the +1 halberd that he's got?
Well, no, I would use the adamantine dagger he has.
Oh, that we gave him so he could fight constructs with DR.
That would be it. Assuming this thing has adamantine, I don't know anything.
I keep forgetting the knowledge on my turn.
Yes. Actually, it occurs to me that Brunsk can't just 5-foot step forward to this thing.
No, he has to full move, so it's going to provoke.
This is a horrible situation you're all in.
Yeah, we're going to TPK here, Lockhart. You should be casting spells at us, don't feel bad.
Black Tentacles, shut the combat down.
Black Tentacles is hard, because it holds down most of the party.
Well, it is, especially in the situation where you can't get out of it without just leaving the room entirely.
Well, the problem
Yeah.
I had was I was the only character that could move, so I was provoking to get into combat to kill the things, which is how I ended up taking all the damage in the first place. Sorry, Bo.
This is not worth me bothering keeping doing this. I'm getting rather
I know. Well, we're almost dead, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hmm.
What's Brunsk doing, Lockhart?
I suppose he will try on the off chance to succeed on acrobatics check to move without provoking.
What's his armor?
Unfortunately, that does not do it.
Yeah, so he just stays there.
Yes. As he failed his tumble. Gary, the elf.
Let's see. No chance to break free.
Well, you always have a chance to break free, but it's a waste of your action if you can do anything else.
I currently have a
No,
healing
he can't, though.
All he can do is heal with his
and
wand.
pretty much myself.
Yeah, because I'm dead.
I don't think I have any spells that don't have somatic components. Not the one I want to cast, at least. Shoot.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, that would be clever if I could figure out how to do it.
You know when you guys think I've frozen?
Yes.
I can still see stuff moving on the board, and I can still move stuff myself.
You can move stuff yourself because you're still kind of holding an instance of that software. But if you see us moving, then you might actually come back alive again.
Well, I've waited, but
You've actually started not so much freezing as just falling off now.
I don't fall off here.
You've fallen off a couple times there.
Well, I've fallen off to you lot, but I don't
Okay.
fall
All
off.
right.
If you see us moving and hear us talking, then you're still connected to the call.
I don't hear you talking, but I hit
No.
everything else.
If it's not, if you don't have to like relaunch it each time, that's
Yeah.
it. Just kind of pauses somewhat for you, or
It doesn't. It doesn't come back though, because I've tried to
ah,
see if it comes back, but it doesn't.
Which sucks. It's almost like it's flushing you out about every 5 minutes.
It keeps coming up with a little thing saying that it's muting me because of the number of people in the conversation.
What, before it kicks you? Huh.
Well, no, like off and on the whole time I'm online.
That's weird. It's like you're fluttering on and off. It's trying to hold the connection up. Might need the router to reboot.
I asked you to do that before you put this whole thing on earlier.
No, I'm sorry, Boo.
thing. I think your best and possibly only option really is to try and escape and then just move away.
Yeah, that's your best bet.
Okay. My other possible option, I can't figure out a reasonable way to do it.
Then it isn't possible.
Right. Well, part of it's my lack of ingenuity in my phrasing, of course.
What
But
are you trying to do?
well, I do have suggestion available from the shard. If I could somehow suggest to Birkenan to release us from this thing, but I can't think of a reasonable.
Unfortunately, you can't target him.
You can't see him. Plus,
Oh,
you
that's right.
Plus, you don't have your shard in hand, so you can't get it out.
No. The shards can just function being on your person.
Oh, okay,
Right.
that's good.
They're special like that.
I guess I will try to break free.
Which honestly was made me wonder why Nearmore didn't just use haste on everyone from the shard at the beginning of their combat.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have made a difference, but it just ran in a bit more.
You have had people with more movements and higher bonuses and ACs, and
Extra
True.
tax.
Well, they don't seem to be doing a great deal.
So just
Yeah.
D20 or something.
at yes, D20 plus your CMB.
For the record, if I fall off again, I'm not coming back on. Somebody else can play.
Oh, Linz, we're so close to the end of this fight, and we're going to die, so it would be good if you came back.
Nope.
So,
Sorry.
Petey.
Why don't you come in here if you fall off again, and I'll take the headset out so you can hear us.
Three. Goes for Brunsk. Petey hits Brunsk's touch and tosses a glob of acid at him for 3 points of damage. Clockwork is probably going to do the same thing, and unfortunately this might end Misaki. Does his one attack on Brunsk, which will hit. One attack on Misaki, which is a crit threat. That confirms.
Oh dear.
Apparently I needn't have worried.
Yeah, apparently
Well,
not.
I'm quite imagining it's the TPK, so we'll have to figure out what we want to do then, apparently.
Yep, we're heading towards the TPK lockout.
Unless he chooses to take any of us prisoner and torture us or take us apart like it's
Why would
right
he bother? We've
Right,
killed,
exactly.
we've killed everybody in his household.
Not the harpy.
Oh yeah, she's unconscious downstairs, but possibly dead.
Brunsk takes 16. Misaki is going to take a massive amount as it's a ×3 crit.
Oh.
Should I? No, that's
Just roll it, damn it. Roll it before she collapses off the line. Oh!
58 points of damage to Misaki.
58!
Well, if I'm gonna go, I want to go properly.
Let me just
So what?
minus
what-
58 puts her at minus 47.
So what are we going to play next?
I don't know, I guess they want to...
Well, I mean, this is the
Back
thing.
up.
Bad.
This is what I don't particularly like about the option of a TPK, because really, it's hard to pick up from where this is.
Well,
So-
that's it, right? You can't pick up from here. He now has 3 shards.
Well, no, but there's a simple fact where then we kind of, as us as players, decide how we want to go over it. Did we enjoy playing this and want to continue, and this is just one fight that went bad?
And,
So how many rounds of Black Tentacles do we have to
probably
be
not got many left. I think he's probably ran 5
4
rounds.
rounds.
I'm going,
4 rounds are left.
Ouch.
Which is basically, well, Misaki's down now. Brunsk is close. Gary has hit points, yes, but soon he'll be the only viable target for the clockwork.
Look at it this way, okay? The caster isn't casting, so regardless of the 4 rounds that are left, he can just blast you with, what is he, level 8, 9? He could
He's level 9 wizard.
He could easily kill the whole party right now.
Oh, yeah.
This is a TPK. There is no way out now. You're held in this now. There isn't way out. The party is dead.
I think it's probably fair there, yes, to just say this is a TPK and then decide what we want to do. Because
I swallow the tree token and pull the ripcord.
I like that. A big tree appears.
That's definitely the best impressive death I've ever had.
That's a good one, Lockhart. You did good. You pinned us down well.
What really made it hard was the fact that since the catfolk escaped into here, she got that nice sneak attack to start off on Gary.
Mm-hmm.
And then he dropped to the ground pretty quick, and then from there was fighting battle.
I also think not being able to target the wizard initially also fucked this up for us. If we'd have managed to pop him out of invis, we could probably have managed.
There was a few more advantages I gave him, again, because he had complete forewarning.
Right.
He got 1 or 2 extra buff spells on.
But I mean, if we'd have seen him, we could have targeted him. And maybe the tactics would have been different.
Right, but
I suppose one... I don't know. The problem is they're conjuration spells, so they don't... He's not attacking with spells.
No.
He's conjuring effects just like summoning monsters. So.
So he doesn't appear again.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Gary's Purge had popped him back in, we might have stood a better chance, because then we could have gone for him in exclusively. But other than that, because he was the danger in the room.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, don't underestimate those constructs, really.
Well, no, but I mean, if he hadn't Black Tentacled us, I could put those down in 2 rounds.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Black Tentacles really didn't affect you at all.
No, but the problem was it did, because I couldn't 5 foot, which meant I was provoking and getting hit.
You should
which is
what acrobatics then.
But then I wouldn't have moved. My acrobatics isn't good enough to beat their CMD reliably. I needed to roll 16 or more.
Well, in the round I was free of the tentacles, I was going to do Dispel Magic on them, but I had to heal.
In any event, essentially, so we have a choice here. Now, I admittedly think this has been a fun path and would like to continue it, and have a fair amount of prep left.
I'll carry on playing.
We can fudge it to say a Time Lord intervenes, and actually the wizard is the one defeated, and the party is somehow left standing alive still.
How about the more practical sense of we all generate different characters and now work for the Ardok family?
That works.
Rather than the Pathfinders?
Mm-hmm. We're different characters with a different background, but we're still on the same quest with the same shards, just different characters doing it.
The problem is Ardok family doesn't know anything about the shards, really.
Yeah, but they're sorcerers, right? They better have some pies in the magic. Yeah, it's not an unreasonable thing to know.
It's a research thing. They do golem crafting and stuff and all that.
Is Brunsk still alive?
But they're still powerful.
Still alive, yes.
They're still powerful artifacts, right?
Okay. Also, keep in mind this is the rogue member of the Ardok family.
Well, maybe this could be the thing that mends the bridges. Look what I found, these 3 magical shards. Aren't they great? Just throwing it out as an option.
I don't think that's the best option because there are some story issues not being part of the Pathfinders anymore. Furthermore, you are losing all of the connections made up to that point and the backstory and whatnot.
Well, and we need
dead people find it kind of difficult talking to folk.
Well, and we need the forge in Magnamar for reuniting the shards.
Brunsk could be the thing that bridges us back into doing stuff.
Or I could escape, yeah. I'm not escaping.
Brunsk isn't. The problem you're having is you have a caster that could kill the whole room in the rounds that he has remaining.
Yes.
The whole room is dead. He could just cast 2 spells or whatever he likes. What's his highest level attack spell right now?
Attack spell?
Yeah.
Technically empowered Scorching Ray.
That would be pretty. Yeah, fire that at Gary. He's down to 0 probably.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we're aware of all of that, but now we're trying to find a way.
Well, no. Yes, we've established as the TBK.
Okay.
I would think it is the easiest situation to again just assume the encounter goes in your favor. There might be a slight penalty, like you guys may not get experience for this encounter because we're fudging it, but it allows the story to continue onwards. But what is that not desirable for some reason?
No, I like the idea of continuing the story. I just don't like the idea of fudging if we die.
I don't know that we can. If we've all died, it seems a bit.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, it's one thing if 1 or 2 characters die, but the others can
because they can go off
escape.
and recruit some other people.
Or again, it's a gold penalty and you're paying for resurrections and stuff.
Well, that's why
But
if you fudge it that Brunsk escapes, he can be legitimately able to bridge it somehow, so that it can be still partly continued.
Yeah, it's like the Cthulhu games you start. Things like Masks of Nyarlathotep. By the time you get to like halfway through the book, you basically have none of the original characters, and if you sit and think about it, no one else would continue the adventure. So you need someone to continue, or you need somewhere to push the story forward.
I guess I just wonder, like, what is that what you guys feel is fair? If we're just fudging one continuing factor, but you're all re-rolling new characters?
How about this for a solution? The Ardok family sell the shards back to the Pathfinders, and a bunch of new characters takes up the adventure.
That could work.
Then we'll have to come to Care Magna again to go after the same shard.
Maybe we start here. Or maybe we start back where we were and travel to Care Mega again.
Essentially, you would be coming back to Care Mega at some point anyway.
Right.
Because the next shard is here.
Exactly, so we'd be here at some point. But you could start back with Sheila recruiting us.
So you want to reroll all new characters without the relationships and whatnot they've developed and all that, and just go from there?
For story, it seems like the logical step. Unless I don't think you can get a character out of this room.
For story, we can do whatever we want. We say you surprised him and he didn't have invisibility and stuff. It's story.
What
you're talking about is personal feeling. You feel that it isn't fair to have that advantage if you guys actually lost the combat.
Yes.
No, story is about
continuity of a line.
That's what I'm saying. Continuity, we can make the story whatever we want it to be.
True, but technically we've played through one line, and if we step backwards and say something didn't happen, that doesn't feel like a story to me. That feels like we're erasing something that happened and decided something else happens.
But that's why it's a group decision and all that.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's fair.
I mean, it certainly happens all the time with the things where the Sugothi battle, for example.
Yeah, that was but you GM fudged us out of that without killing the party. There's no way to fudge out of this at this point where the party doesn't die.
Without it just
unless Gary somehow gets...
Well, no, but again, I'm saying it's like we call the encounter a wash. We essentially skip story-wise and say you defeat him and whatnot. But if that is unacceptable player-wise, then we can look into re-rolling a new party.
I don't think it's unacceptable. I just think it's... I feel my character is dead. If someone was to resurrect the character, that would be different to what is actually going to happen here.
That could be an option. Maybe somebody from the family feels bad that their house was responsible for killing us all and pays for us all to be resurrected.
They don't seem like those kind of people, unfortunately.
But there could just be a character that is around and happens and gets hold of all of the shards and is a bit...
Well, there is someone that might have access to quite a lot of money that would be interested in having these people who have succeeded in gathering the first 3 shards gather the rest of them for them. The Aspis Consortium has deep pockets.
That would be more reasonable. That our characters died.
But then the assumption you're making is that we'd work for the Aspis Consortium.
Well,
unfortunately, if my character catches a raised dead from someone he doesn't know, who he suspects is from the Aspis Consortium,
you realized most clerics casting a spell, you probably don't know them.
And then
You know what I mean?
that's your choice to bring in a new character.
No, but Hal, your character doesn't have. Your character knows like the faith of the priest resurrecting them, and that's
Yeah,
it.
I guess that's true.
But you don't have to rise as long as one of us or a couple of us do. Then the story can continue as it was.
That's fair. I mean, I don't mind taking a different
Yeah, I
party.
mean, it is true. Like the story is actually still reasonably intact if a few characters convert over the Aspis Consortium.
If like one or two of us are raised and are able to be convinced to carry on, even if not all of us do, and we bring in new members.
So then,
there's another logical option: is you could ransom back the remaining characters to the Pathfinders.
the problem.
Since we're all grappled.
Again, there are some general overall problems with that. Him being a rogue member, he would just kill you and leave with a shard.
See, that's the issue I'm having.
What makes more sense would be indeed if the Aspis Consortium, which say has been tailing you somewhat since you got here, has followed you up a few minutes later, and basically they take out Birkenin, find you guys there, find the shards.
So why don't we play those characters?
Teresa and
I mean, that's a logical step, because technically we're dead. And I mean, unless they come in and save us and go, oh yes, we're not capable of doing this even though we clearly are because we killed the guy who killed you, we're going to spend money to resurrect you, when we could just talk to your corpse and force it to tell us everything
again,
we know.
though, if you have deep pockets and you can resurrect someone and have them do something for you instead of risking your life.
Well, I mean,
basically, we can do it either way. When it comes down is to the player opinion of if you want your character or not.
I like my character.
That's not what I asked.
I don't mind either way. I'm happy with the stronger story, which I think is we're dead, and if somebody else comes in and finishes this fight, I'm happy to generate that someone else.
But you also have to think of the preparation that Lockhart's already put into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like this is the point. It doesn't seem fair to end a campaign over something like this.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't mind passing the torch to a different party.
Yeah.
As long as there's a logical, we still want the same thing.
Mm-hmm. We're half dead, heavily grappled, and
it changes the whole direction of what we've been doing.
What do you mean?
We've been working for the Pathfinders to do something, and we wouldn't be able to do that anymore. Which changes the whole direction of everything.
There's still even some flexibility in there, because the Aspis Consortium usually doesn't necessarily... Their members are like the tacticians, but not necessarily the doers. So
the party that comes in is just a party working for them, not necessarily heavily associated with them.
And
so
then it could possibly
you're still reasonably autonomous, it's just where the money's coming from.
So then you have the option of, when you see all these shards and you see all of the copious notes about the payments and stuff the Pathfinders have given, there's a possibility of these groups decide that they would rather take the shards to the Pathfinders, if you wish, instead of just getting paid a measly amount of money from the Aspis Consortium.
Well, I think we've proven Gary's morally flexible.
Well, I don't think we're saying it's Gary. I think we're saying it's whoever comes in and takes the shard from Gary's rotten corpse.
That too.
And I don't mind making a new character.
Nah.
Okay. I don't mind either. I think it might be interesting.
So do we want to go? So do we want to go with that? There will be a new party that's basically has been hired. They've been tailing these other ones, apparently very good, to avoid the notice of Misaki or Treacle and Niramor's perception.
Yeah, it's true.
And they recover the shards, and they complete their task in Karamega, and at some point there will be a meeting with the people who've hired them, most likely. And at that point they will have to decide whether they will turn over to the consortium, or if they want to seek out the Pathfinders and find riches and fame and legacy for themselves.
Legacy. Hurrah. See, I think it's fair. Would you have them come in here as our party dies and finish this fight? Would you have it actually start there?
I think it would have been something where they basically like are 10 to 15 minutes behind you.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys went up there, they waited 10 to 15 minutes, then they followed up the stairs.
Mm.
And at that point, they kind of get to roughly, they see a whole bunch of magic and cackling over this one tower, and someone is probably, I don't know, depending on your abilities, maybe someone peeked in a window or something,
Mm-hmm.
or has waited until this invisibility waits off and sees this guy.
Mhm.
But there's certainly options there.
So, I mean, they have to still rescue the ogre, right?
Hmm?
They still have to rescue the troll, surely.
Yes.
So they're having to take the troll back. So maybe they see an opportunity there there's more payment in that regard.
This could be something also. They've basically paid Gav a buttload of gold coin to have heard everything the party has said and stuff up till then, too.
And all they need is a gem of true seeing or something to spot Birkenhead pretty
A
easy.
gem of true seeing, because that's not expensive at all.
Well, but I mean, again, the simple thing is, assuming Gary and Brunsk aren't just completely dead, he maybe casts a magic missile or something,
Right.
and then the new party will jump in with a combat against a hopefully somewhat defamed Birkenin.
Yeah. To be honest, a fresh party could probably take him out now there's no one else really in the room.
Well, I mean, they would be completely fresh, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, all they've got is one construct, one clockwork little dragon guy, and a wizard, and if they're ready for it, they can definitely do that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Without the extra construct and the cat lady, and with Avard's tentacles having gone, although he's probably a sorcerer, is he?
You don't know.
Oh, if he's a sorcerer, then he can cast it another 52 times, probably.
But anyway.
But I think that's fair. Are you alright with it, Bo?
Mm-hmm.
You get to be something different. I would suggest if we're working for the Aspis Consortium that then we can then be a little less moral.
Yes. I mean,
More
essentially, you would be
mercenary?
hired mercenaries. Yes.
Yeah, that gives us a focus. as a
Admittedly,
group.
you would be hired mostly for your effectiveness, but
Mhm.
they would not mind them being somewhat ruthless, of course, in their methods.
Okay, sounds good.
Maybe we can,
Should I just tweet this, Lockhart? I'm just going to tweet.
maybe rather than gaming tomorrow we can chat if we're online.
I was actually going to say that, well, we might not necessarily have a full session. Well, we might want to record anyway if it's character creation stuff. But I'm happy enough as long as we can continue with decent motivation and without having to twist the story too much to make the rest of it work.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Because quite a lot of the plot now that it's been established.
I guess I mean, if we go back and talk to Sheep,
essentially,
we basically can pick up where we left off almost.
Well, I mean, basically the thing is, we could still have it if you guys do want, partly because of how the Aspis Consortium were having themselves anyway in Magnamar, that if you go back there...
Before we do much more chatting, I'm going to fall off again and I'm not coming back. So I will talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Boo.
You can text me with character ideas if you want, Lockhart.
Sure.
I'm open to ideas, but I'll fall off and I can't be bothered to log back on again.
I smell a halfling.
Not necessarily. Bye.
Bye.
Assassin it is.
Assassin. So would you take it at the same level? So we're level 9. Are we going to be equal XP for equal XP? Because we just generated a shit pile we never got.
I probably would put you at least appropriate. Have to figure that out somewhat.
Otherwise,
yeah, I might just start.
Lockhart. No, Lockhart's now frozen.
Sorry, what happened there?
You're back. You're back.
Okay.
You're good. We're back.
I have to take a look at it. I'd have to see.
Because otherwise we might end up behind where we would normally be.
Well, no, the thing is, you guys are ahead already.
But there's less of us, and if nobody comes in with leadership, there's only 3 of us.
Yes. Well, I mean that's other thing to consider too. But
Or we're having a hireling, one or the other.
Yeah.
we will look at that and figure it out. certainly you'll be 9th level either way. The
So,
question is whether you.
a ninja, a gunslinger, and an inquisitor walk into the bar. No.
I hear gunslingers can be problematic.
Hey, we get to be able to... I suggest we just pass our characters to the left. What do you think? Yeah. That's funny. TPK Lockhart, how many times have you done that?
I think. Well, this would be second then that's been called, basically.
I haven't done many, to be honest. I TPK'd the Bane Warrens party. What else? I think I've done another one. I haven't done many. There's been some close ones, but I don't think I've TPK'd too much. It's not something that happens all that often, because normally there's a way out.
Yeah.
So the problem with this one is retreating became much more difficult as soon as the black tentacles were put on there.
Yeah, that's a harsh-ass spell.
If I'd managed to position myself when I first came into the room where it revealed Birkenin, we would have had a better shot. But
well, even then, he could have still a black tentacled, and he's still flying.
Oh yeah.
But it may have changed our strategy to casting fly on someone and getting them up there to wail upon him, which would have reduced his options. But you know, that would have taken a round. And what did he do in the first round? Oh, he hasted the construct.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
did whatever.
He
So that would have given us a
hasted
chance to cast fly, which would have given us a chance to get up to him, which would have given us a chance. But then if he knows we've seen him, he may have changed his tactics and just cast tentacles immediately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can what if all we like. I think it was a fair... That's the problem. It was a fair fight. The only additional thing in this room, I'm guessing, is the Catwoman.
Yes.
And she didn't last that long. It was just moving to and back from her that caused the problem, and she killed Gary, basically.
Mm.
So if she hadn't killed Gary, we may have stood a better chance, because at least then we'd have had some healing active.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting. It's all good. I've never played a monk, and I was doing good damage, damn it.
You're doing awesome damage.
I wanted monk's robes. That was my next purchase, and that would have taken me to like 3d8 per hit.
Did you know they were sitting in the closet in the next room?
Shut up.
But what's going to I actually thinking about it, I probably will leave you at the same XP. But the thing that will be the hit to you will be the starting gold probably.
Yeah, because we're gonna lose on a load of gold, right?
Taking the shards onto account, yeah, you'll probably lose a fair bit there.
You're taking the shards into account.
Well, no, not taking them into account because you'll just get them.
Yes. So we start with what? The assigned experience for a 9th level character.
You'll start with whatever the party would have earned up to this point, essentially. I'll figure it out for next time. Yeah.
You mean rather than starting with a 9th level character's gold pieces worth?
Because again, we're just gonna have, unless you want me to have a 4th party member for you, which is a viable option.
Yeah.
If you just want a 4th character to run with.
Well, NPC.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, one of us may end up taking leadership.
As a coach. Well, if you want to take leadership, we can work at that.
Well, if it's appropriate for a character, we might as well. But if it's not, then we'll see how it goes. I mean, who knows what we'll end up playing.
I guess something else even possible is even if we want to have reinforcements from the Pathfinders to a certain degree, you could have Oriana coming in, leading a few new people with her.
Who?
The leader of the Grey Maidens.
Yeah.
Well, could all be
She
Grey Maidens.
comes to track down her friends after they disappeared in Karamega. Not sending back any word.
Yeah, we're pretty bad for that.
But that would be.
No, I don't mind being a mercenary band. That seems interesting.
That's fine. And that gives you free choice to make characters as you want.
Although I don't mind being Grey Maidens either. So we don't get to talk like this. Ah, yes, my breasts are.
Oh no! Essentially, it would be her and whatever new Pathfinders are sent along for.
The Dog Meat Battalion.
But I mean, the thing is, if you guys would want to stay 3 characters, I would give you the total XP you have now plus what you have earned up to this point, because that kind of has you slightly a level ahead of where the adventure has you, which kind of balances out the fact that you're only 3 people.
Right. We just don't have the meat.
If you wanted to go with a 4-person party, you would still all be ninth because that's roughly where you would be after this anyway.
Right.
But then you would just start flat at 9, and then it would get split 4 ways from there, and you'd be roughly where you should be in the adventure
I got you.
instead of ahead.
I'm kind
Yeah,
of
we'll
amazed
talk
how well we
about it.
did with 3 people.
Yeah, we did pretty well. I think if we figure out that one of our characters would take leadership, we'll just have a cohort instead. I mean, that's a fair
That's fine.
approach, right? Like we had here.
It's fair, yes. Though maybe Brunsk does escape anyway. He actually has a decent chance of being able to do it.
But
Yeah.
break away and run. Yeah, but
Well,
then the guy
the
just...
thing is, he can actually break away, unlike Gary.
Yeah, he can. He has a chance. But then the guy's just going to fly over and, like, scorch and rake him to death.
But again, he can actually move and stuff.
Yeah.
So he can
True.
escape the room.
And the flying wizard flies out of the attic and blows him to pieces on the bridge.
You can jump off the ledge.
That's the problem.
It's
Even if we
true.
had escaped downstairs, the guy's just going to, like, fly out the top and blow the crap out of us.
Maybe. But the question is how much he cares about pursuing you as opposed to just people who are in his laboratory.
I think the
He-
problem
he-
is... I think
he
it was kind
honestly- With Tengu Bani and an Asimar, he probably wouldn't have cared if Gary and Brunsk had retreated.
Well, if you would have left the
He
tentacles
probably
out-
would have been happy to say, ooh, now we have components to work with flesh golem building.
Nice. He seems like a crazy wizard, though, so maybe he'd just kill
Yeah,
them all anyway.
That would have been fun to come back in here and face the flesh golem of combined Misaki and Yaramore.
Right?
I think, yeah, it probably works well plot-wise, because otherwise, then we have to, like, it'll be a month later, and this troll is still sitting here,
Properly insane.
if there were reinforcements from Magdamar.
Yeah.
So it probably is good just to have, again, the Aspis Consortium hired mercenaries that were tailing the party, and probably commanded to beat them up as soon as they left weakened from the manor anyway.
Seeing as they've already been taking credit for having reunited the Shattered, or working on the Shattered Star, they can now back it up as they have people possessing the star.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to turn the recorder off.
All right.
All right.
TPK. TPK.
I like that. The party is dead. Long live the party. Bye, kids.
Bye-bye.
Uh,